All right, hello everybody. Part two. Uh, sorry, of the sort of little mini Beng Quan series within the larger Wuxing Xingyi series here. So we did already just the Beng Quan fist. Now we're going to do with the stepping. Now there's a couple things with the stepping. Again, it's going to be that warm walking shuffle step with it. So the whole thing has to be timed to work all together. Now with that, there's a couple ways to do the stepping here. You can do it almost like working fencing. So the same side, either side with that, or you can come in like a walking thrust fist, same hand, same side each way, or walking reverse fist. This is, not to put too fine a point or spoilers or anything. That's my favorite one. You get all the sort of floor clearing, space clearing aspect of stepping through and doing the shuffle on through. I like the rotation of having that reverse punch, of having the one leg and then the opposite fist. I like that rotation. I like the feel of it with my hip because again, I try and punch from the hip on this. I like the feel of it with the hip, and I like the idea as well. We're talking about like the qigong aspects even of it, of you know getting the meridians to move that way and getting the massage in with the organs. Was your sister looking at you funny? He's almost 11. She's 8, or will be 8 this week actually. So most of his life has been with his sister Kitty, and he still doesn't speak cat very well. He's still afraid of her. He's he's small, but he's like twice her size. Actually, he's like 3 times her weight. He's a baby though, huh? He's a little baby. You're a little baby. Thank you. Good boy. All right, probably the highlights of all my videos are my animals. So we're going to start with I guess we can call it like the fencing step first. So it's going to be just one side, one side. You just keep pushing through with the one side. We'll do both sides with that because again, I am fairly obsessed with symmetry. What you do to one side, you should be able to do the other. And also, I don't like feeling unbalanced. We'll move on to the straight punch and then the reverse punch with it. What I like to do is that I usually run these in like laps. So I'll go from like my altar here to the front door, and that'll be, a lap when I come back. And then after that, I usually do, depending on my time or what's going on or anything like that, or what else I want to train, I'll do like say 10 peach wine and then 5 of the other 4, or maybe I do 10 laps of all of them or something like that. When I play Beng Quan, what I usually do if I play 5 laps, for example, I'll play 1 lap all left side, 1 lap all right side, 1 lap where going up is left, I come back is right, 1 lap with the straight punch, 1 lap with the reverse punch. So I'm still playing all of it. Or if I just play one of them, I just play the reverse punch. But that's me. That's what I like to do. That's the way I train this with it. However you want, fine. If you have got other teachers that say this is how we want you to do it, that's cool. That's just what I like to do for me. So, the sort of fencing punch, or like the fencing punch almost. So if we start already in Santi, don't, what are you, oi, oi, you're weird. So we come Santi, we curl into fists and straighten out. So again, this is going to be about that sort of stomach, solar plexus. You know, you got your spleen over here, your liver over here, your kind of diaphragm's a little bit lower here. So this is the plane that our arms are going to be on, and sort of the plane that we're attacking as well. I know Boss Rutan, the MMA guy, is a big liver punch fan, or a hit sort of thing with that. And that's kind of where we want to aim for. Again, we're using our body as the model for the shadow boxing part of this. Excuse me, pups. So we curl in the fists. I'm going to lift and slide. So, and that's going to be, so it's a straight punch. So the same stepping, we've already done the stepping in other videos. I'm not going over that too much again here with this. I'm going to come up. So I'm picking up the foot, slide. There's that forward motion. And as I sink back is when it comes out. So we've done this before, the up and back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We've done that. I know I just contradicted what I just said. But that's what we have with this. So we come up and back. And up and back. So it's almost the way I saw it described. I can't remember if I heard this from a talk or if I read it. I can't remember. But it's almost like a double punch. So the first one, as I'm coming here, there's a punch, and then bam! It's almost like that's another punch too. And that's where it comes through. That's where the power is going to be generated. So it might not even just be like, punch sort of thing. It might be like hit and push. And again, think spear. So you have that initial contact with the point, and then the shove, the thrust of it. So, like we talked about with Beng Quan, how you have, the thrust, come over, hit with the butt of the thing. Xingyi's going to be based on spear fighting. So if we've got a spear, how do we think? We think thrust. And it's not just thing either. It's thrust. So if you really thrust with a spear, if you play any spear routines, it's not just, you stick sort of thing. No, there's a thrust with it. You bring, the power comes from the end of the stick, the butt end of the stick, and you drive it through, like the whole body drives it through. So on the spear tip has all the power of, if this is the spear tip, I'm not just, so that whole, that's what we want with that, the whole, so all the power from the whole body, from the back foot up through the hip, transferred out from the dantian and through the arm, which would be this, is coming through. This glows a little hard. So that's what we want with this. So we're going to come up, and when the weight's here, when I sink back is when they all pop at one time. So it's all got to work all at once, or no good. Up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Other side. So that was left going up. I'm going to go right back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll go back the other way a little bit faster. So it's like 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. You see my foot, how I'm sliding. It's not 1, 2, 1, 2. Leave the heel to toe to Tai Chi. Xingyi and Bagua, we're not having it. And it's slide, slide, slide and punch, slide and punch. slide and punch, slide and punch. Right? So that's that sort of like fencing drive with that. Straight punch and the reverse punch options are going to cover a lot more distance, a lot more ground. But same idea. We have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So, but this is going to have, we're going to have to make sure that when we step, that first step out, the foot's at 45. Because again, we are setting up the next step through. It can't just be, oh, you step willy-nilly and not paying attention where your feet are. No, the foot has to set up the next step. So the foot has to be toe out to 45 in order to anchor when you come through. You have to make sure you toe out with it. So if I'm starting here and I'm stepping out, make the fist, toe out, up, 1, 2, 3, toe out 45, and in and out. 45, oh, I'm just coming out, punch, 45, up and out. 45, up and out, and step, 1, 2, 3. The same thing with the reverse punch now. So I'm going to reverse punch, toe out, up and out, toe out, up and out, toe out, toe out. I don't know if you can see it here, but there's still that little block guard and out. I'm going from the hip. Again, you can go from the shoulder blades at first. Remember, again, and keep the knees bent, so all that time under tension necessary. Someone's pouting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And step. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's the basic parts of Beng Quan with the stepping involved. I'm not going to do turning and closing right now. That's going to be a different thing. And then we'll put everything together with that. So thank you, and we'll see you soon.